you for being here. How are you? I'm about to go make some tea. I can't click off because we're on a mobile live. Hello, welcome in. I'm about to get the lighting right. Okay. Give me 1 second. We are about to start. Hi, everyone. Welcome in. Let me get our lighting to get better. I'm going to get some tea started, and then I'll be right back. I'm waiting for y'all to come into the live. Hi, Dion. Good morning. I will be right back. Okay, hello. I am here. I got some tea on the stove. Look. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for your patience. I really appreciate it. And I think that gave some time for people to get here because, okay, let me turn. Yeah, it's always like, there we go. This is a good setting. So welcome in, everyone. Good morning, everybody. Let me turn my camera. Okay. I appreciate everyone being here. It's a beautiful day. It's a Friday. Happy Friday. I wake up around 7-ish and I made the thumbnail this morning. I posted on the website. I had to do the promo and then wash the face mask, the clay mask off my face to get ready for you. But I'm here. You know, and I like to give a little couple minutes for people to get here. So I'm happy that everyone is here today. Let's have a great show. Of course, this will be up for the replay. So I want to go ahead and start off with let's start off with like the pressing matter at hand. Let's start off with David. I don't want to start off talking about people who are not the main topic. The situation with David is very interesting. I've been watching several other content creators' videos, and I have been reading articles about this. And I have a snippet of Megan Fox from Jennifer's Body. Hi, welcome in everyone. I have a snippet from Megan Fox's Jennifer's Body because that's, I think, what we're seeing here. I think it's pretty obvious that this man allegedly sacrificed Celeste for fame. I also think it's really interesting that her name is Celeste. You know what I mean? Because Celeste means star. You know, when you think of like celestial, your celestial body, like I think it's a French word for star. So that's really interesting. You used to listen to him? Who, David? Well, a lot of people are saying the same thing. A lot of people are saying that they didn't know who he was. Hey, what's up, sneakers? A lot of people said that. Miss Deja, hi, welcome in everyone. Dion, Micah, good morning to you all. But a lot of people are saying that they didn't know who he was until this situation. And that should let you know that this is by design. It's by design that, oh, I didn't hear of him until this. Now, I had heard a snippet of his music. Hey, what's up, Babyface Keezy? Hi, good morning. He made a song for the show Invincible. I have to like see that show or hear that song. But the song where he was like, I don't care how long it takes, as long as I'm here with you, whatever. Hi, what's up, everyone? So, like, I know that song from TikTok. I never downloaded it, but I know that that song was viral from TikTok. And I think the show Invincible is based off of the movie. Is it that show where like, is there like a people like taking a pill and then they use like a higher percentage of their brain? Because that was a film with Bradley Cooper where he had like got a hold of like this pill that would allow him to use, oh, okay, it's a cartoon about a superhero. Thank you. Because like that was a movie. And I know sometimes they take movies and like they make them into shows. So, okay, good to know. But anywho, with superhero show, okay. So with David, yeah, like I know of like that one song by him. Other than that, I never really knew who the kid was. But now everyone knows who he is because of this situation. And that is how rituals work. Like sometimes you have to be very careful what you ask for. Well, all the time, because you'll say like, I want to be famous. I want to be famous. I want to be famous. And you'll be famous, but not how you thought you would be, or not for what you thought you'd be famous for. And I just say this, let me get my hat in the pic. I just say this because I've seen this many times before with artists. I've talked to you guys about this with a lot of other artists, mainly again, Justine Skye, Shinsia, Megan Thee Stallion, you know, like you'll be famous, but not how you want to be famous, or not for what you want to be famous for. So it's just like one of those things. And I also say this because, you know, the industry is full of trickster spirits where, again, like they'll promise you something or they'll like manipulate you into believing something, and then it won't really happen like that. And then you end up feeling like played and stupid in the end. And I think that's maybe what's going to happen to David. Now, I also saw someone mention the movie Jennifer's Body. Jennifer's Body is a great example because remember in that movie, there was a band and they wanted to be famous and they were looking for a virgin to sacrifice for a fame ritual. And they guessed with Megan Fox's character. Now her friend was a virgin, but Megan was far from. And so they ended up sacrificing her, which, you know, they had to kill her or unalive her. And because she wasn't a virgin, it ended up backfiring and she turned into like a wild witchy vampire. And I think she was really, looking back, I think she was really a representation of the female demon Lilith. Do with that what you will. But no matter what you think, my throat feels funny. Sorry, my throat is like being weird. But no matter what you think, she turned into like some kind of demonic vampire creature. And the whole, yes, Dion. But that's the thing, like, so you can tell that the people who he signed on with told him, you know, this is what you have to do. You can always tell. You can always tell when there's someone like in someone's ear telling them like, do this, do that, do this, and it'll give you fame. It works. It worked for them. It worked for them. It worked for them. But again, it may not work for you, or it may not work for you how you want it to. So you can tell that somebody told him, you know, we're gonna make this song go viral, because that's another thing. I want to start from the top. David started out as a streamer. His mom told him to make his own music, and the song just happened to go viral. He wants us to believe that he's making all of his music on his phone, and that he was able to make music that sounded as decent as it does, and that it just miraculously went viral. Understand when you're being lied to and manipulated, because I don't even believe that. He may have started as a streamer, but I definitely believe that he already had a label push for the album, or for the first song, for the first song. The song, I believe, is Romantic Homicide, which is like creepy. And, you know, he's like confessing to an unaliving in the song. He's like dealing with minors. So this is what I mean when I say a lot of these people are like already chosen. You know what I mean? Like they're already affiliated before they get into the industry. He was homeschooled. We don't know who his parents are. I just feel like there was a lot of stuff that was already like predestined or pre-planned or like already in the works. Like his whole backstory is probably fake. His whole story as to how he started doing music is probably fake. Only God knows how deep down the rabbit hole this goes, but we can only go with what we have, which is that he was a streamer, he was getting copyright strikes, he made a song, it ended up blowing up, and he was dating a minor, right? He came out of nowhere. A lot of people still don't know who he is. He was dating a minor, a very young minor. They ended up getting like, you know, finger tattoos. Okay, occult suspect. He like gets into the industry, he dyes his hair, he paints his nails, you know, he falls into like the MK Ultra programming agenda with the blonde hair, and then the feminization of men agenda with the fingernail polish. And even his music sounds feminine. I don't care. Like, I'm telling you, bro, the feminization of men is real. And then miraculously, someone ends up passing away. Those of us who know, those of us who know that this dude had to do this. He had to do this for fame, because look, now his name is like blowing up. Now he's blowing up. So it's like, yeah, it sounds like you did unalive this innocent child for fame. You know, I wonder what's her real story too, Celeste, because from my understanding, some people say she was a runaway, some people say she was affect. I don't know. But just really sketchy. The fact that she's been involved with David since like 12. She was fine decomposing in a Tesla. All of this is super interesting. And now he's like getting dropped from brand deals and like canceling shows and like all this stuff. Part of me feels like this is part of the plan. Part of me does. You just never know. This could go either, this could be either one of two things. This was part of the plan for him to get caught and to be more famous from getting caught, you know. But on the other hand, it could be, again, he unalived somebody and the trickster spirit was like, yeah, you'll be famous, but you're going to be famous for unaliving a minor, dating a minor, and this is going to ruin you. If he goes to jail and it was a part of the plan, he will be in jail getting C-loaned. You know, they cloned Tyrone. And he might get out and be a whole nother person. We've seen that time and time again. Or he might, like, you know, go to the slammer and be done. I wouldn't be surprised if he gets out of jail and if he's C-loaned, if he comes out and people embrace him again. Because we live in that kind of sick society. And a lot of times the elites will make their puppets do something so that they can say, see, the people co-sign this. They co-sign this kind of behavior. They co-sign, just like with Balenciaga. If people are still wearing Balenciaga, they co-sign what Balenciaga stands for. The trafficking and the exploitation of minors. Okay, let me go get my tea. I'll be right back. Okay, I have my tea. I don't know why I almost had a sip of this. Clearly it is very hot. I'm wildin'. Okay, I'm back. So I just don't know how this will go for this guy, but I think that, you know, I definitely think if he goes to jail and he gets out and this is a part of the plan, then he might be embraced again by his fans. But everything on the internet is so fake now because, you know, I see a lot of people online who like allegedly just like love Cardi B, you know what I mean? And like they co-sign a lot of her fuckery. They co-sign a lot of her fuckery, and it's just like most of those people are bots. Most of the people who are like mega fans to these celebrities are bots. So we just will never know. But I feel like, look, whatever David has going on, he's going to regret this. They all eventually do. Because they realize it's not worth it. It's not worth it. Like, imagine you did this type of stuff for fame. For fame. You did this for fame and it still doesn't work out. because I told you guys a while back, I believed that Chloe Bailey, that there was a connection between her video Have Mercy and the actual real life disappearance of Jelani Day. And Chloe's career still hasn't popped. She allowed herself to be exploited in the show Swarm. She allowed herself to be exploited on stage multiple times, and it's like it still hasn't worked. None of it has like worked to give her the career that she wanted. So it's like it all went in vain. You could have just had a V8. Like, so I definitely think David will regret this. I'm sure he already does. Even if it's part of the plan, even if his elite overlords told him, like, yeah, like, this is how it's going to work out. Now that he's actually getting exposed and ridiculed and all of this, I know he regrets this. I know he does. This was crazy. This was stupid. So yeah, I definitely think it's Sacrifice. Speaking of Sacrifice, you guys know Him comes out tonight. I have tickets, which is why we're doing a show live in the morning and not later in the evening. Okay, I also want to talk about Jay-Z, Beyonce, and the studio. Jay-Z, Beyonce, and excuse me, the casino. Sorry. The casino. You guys, I told you it wasn't going to work. I told you. I told you the casino wasn't going to work out. I told you it wasn't going to be a good idea. I told you it was a bust. And it's very obvious that they do have money trouble. It's very obvious. It's very obvious that they have financial issues. You know, Beyonce is well into her 40s and she is touring back to back. She is releasing hair care products, selling candles, selling whiskey, selling perfume. She's selling like a million things right now at once. And it's just like, this is a little bit off-putting. You've been just doing music your whole career, and now, I mean, she's been doing other ventures here and there, but they haven't worked out. Ivy Park was a bust. House of Darion, bust. And so now all of a sudden, like, she's doing like hardcore back to back products, and Jay-Z is trying to get a casino off the ground. That was a stupid idea. I will forever stand on that. Like, you know, sometimes when you get to a certain level of status or wealth, you just become very out of touch, or you just become so full of greed that you can't think straight. The idea of a casino in the middle of Times Square was so fucking stupid. I don't feel bad for Jay-Z. I don't know what he was thinking. This is truly when you are like blinded by greed, because that just makes no sense. That's just an utterly stupid idea. There was no need to try to open a casino in the middle of Times Square. Like, that's just utterly stupid. And then, like somebody said, Atlantic City was right there. So why couldn't you just do it there? Why couldn't you just do it in Vegas? But why would you want to open a casino right now anyway? We're in the middle of a recession. And clearly you guys are in a recession too, and strapped for cash and having money problems too, if you like need to sell all these products and, you know, are trying to open a casino like now of all times. Like, this is so stupid. And, you know, again, they never do with Jay-Z in particular, he never does like a good business. It's always like liquor, you know, a casino, like the weed business, like crypto scams. Like, it's always like some shady, like weird shit. It's never anything that can actually benefit the Black community. Even though, again, he claims like he's so pro-Black and all this other shit. It's like never a business that we actually need. Like, again, him and Beyonce have been in the game long enough, and they don't have like, they don't own a recording studio like that they're actually like leasing out to other artists. I know Beyonce has like Parkwood Entertainment, but that's for her productions, and I get that. But You would just think people who were in the entertainment industry would want to own like a movie production studio or a movie production company where they can produce actually good black owned films, or that they would want to own like a network where like Diddy did Revolt, where they can show like or display like, you know, other black creators. But see, that's the thing, like they're folding in on their own selfishness. Hey, what's up, Chewy? They're folding in on their own selfishness. They're folding in on their own narcissism because they never want to put anybody else on. They only want to put somebody else on if it's for their own benefit. Right. If it's for their own benefit, if it's for their own, you know what I'm saying? Like, again, if they can capitalize, if they can exploit you. Like, the only reason why Megan is as big as she is and like she's about to be like shelved and thrown to the side, which I've been telling y'all for years, is because she was used to try to like replace Nicki, or used to try to like go against Nicki, and used to like do whatever with Tory Lanez. You know what I mean? Like, they got all the money that they could out of her. She really wasn't selling records after the Tory ritual. I told you that that was a ritual that went wrong. And now, you know, they've like cast her to the side. Like, now they're like allegedly pimping her out. She got rid of her mom and her grandma. And, you know, like, has it really paid off long term? No. The Grammys are purchased Grammys that came out of her budget. Stay woke. Um, what else? They're making money off of Rihanna's Fenty. So I don't know what is wrong with these two people. I don't know why it's just like never enough. It's like, you know, Jay-Z owns his masters. Allegedly, Beyonce owns her masters. So it's like, why is there such a thirst for money? But when you live above your means, because, you know, they go on like these $4 million a week yachts and stuff like that. Like, you know, they could buy a yacht and lease that yacht out. Like, the Jay-Z is a complete idiot, and he's not who you guys think that he is. And people have been saying this for the longest. This guy is not the businessman that, right, greed is very evil, but this guy is not the businessman that y'all believe that he is. You know, people want to make it seem like, and this is all propaganda. This is all like internet media stunts and propaganda. Like, oh, do you want to get 500K or a dinner with Jay-Z? Like, this is made up media bullshit, because Jay-Z doesn't really have real business acumen. He doesn't. He's a puppet. And if he did have real business acumen, then, hey, what's up, Kevani? Hey, what's up, Mo? If he really did have good business acumen, then he wouldn't need to, you know, pimp Beyonce out and pimp Megan out and, you know, pimp his own daughter out and like just do all this like weird business venture bullshit. You know, he didn't have to like fucking low key like swindle. Um, thank you, Cavani. He wouldn't have to like low key like, you know, backstab and like swindle Kaepernick. Like, he's been involved in like a lot of weird shit. Talking about, I don't know, Diddy, like, nigga, Diddy getting more money than you. Like, him and Beyonce are like obsessed with living like this extremely lavish lifestyle, like a $200 million home allegedly, an $88 million home, $4 million a week yacht vacations, and just like all this other like extremely lavish lifestyle that they clearly can't afford. Hey, what's up, Val? That they clearly can't afford. Y'all miss me talking about, I think y'all miss me talking about David, but that's at the beginning. This would be up on replay. So I just feel like, you know, maybe slow down. Maybe slow down, because, you know, trying to rob the public just isn't a good look. You guys have been like low-key robbing the public with Beyonce's like tour ticket prices. And I get it. She's a big star and she puts on a great show. But if after robbing the public with her tour tickets, if that doesn't give you the money that you need, then you need to like look over your finances and dial back. Because these are people who are trying to, like, they want to be white so bad. That's the real issue with the Carters, is they want to be white. They worship whiteness. They like look up to whiteness. They want to have the things that their ooish and white counterparts have. They want to have the lifestyle that, again, Clive Davis and like you know, all these like, you know, Scooter Braun, they want to have like, you know, the kind of wealth that their ooish and white overlords have. And it's like, if you guys wouldn't be such sellouts, and if you weren't so focused on like trying to be somebody that you're not, and idolizing white people and stuff like that, then you wouldn't be in this situation. I'm not saying that they can't have nice things. I'm just saying that the way that they go about it is really stupid and ugly, because they don't need to do what they're doing. Like, if they would come up with if they were actually focused on like helping other people besides themselves, they'd actually be a lot further along. Again, like Jordan Peele is like doing his thing with his movies. You know, Diddy had Revolt. Right. They could have been retired, but they don't want to. Hey, what's up, creation? Yes, I do. I think you need to hit me up on IG, because I can't message right now in the chat on mobile. I don't think so. Are you on Instagram? Or do you have Venmo? Let me know. But I appreciate the thought very much. So just let me know like what you have, and like we can kind of coordinate this. I'm trying to do a super chat. Well, a Venmo or a Zelle is better, because I have to split the super chat with YouTube. So just let me know if you have Venmo, and if you don't have Venmo, if you only have Zelle, then I don't know if you're on Instagram, so I can DM you, but just let me know. Yeah, we're in the middle of a recession. Like, people have like real shit going on right now. People are out of work. You know, people are like really going through it. So why would you want to open a casino up at right now? Like, and that's what I'm saying. Like, but you know, Nicki Minaj was saying that this is all for like money laundering and embezzlement, and I believe her, because the whole idea is just stupid. It's so stupid. Like, stock up on rice. Stock up on rice, and I would fill a freezer full of meat and like bone broth. That's what you need right now. But anywho, that was kind of random. But like, even Vegas isn't doing good right now. Like, you know what I mean? Like, Vegas is like struggling. Like, people are not vacationing to Vegas to like throw money into smoky casinos. Casinos are the home of people who have gambling addictions, alcohol addictions. Like, it's not a very good place to be. Casinos are very low vibrational. So Jay-Z wanting to like get into the casino business, it's like, nigga, what is up with you? Hi, thank you. What is up with you? And like, why is this like, why does every time you want to open a business, why is it so fucking predatory? Like, they could be like investing in like tiny homes for people. Like, people right now are having a hard time with like home ownership. They could easily be like, you know what, we're gonna like build tiny homes for people. And like, you know, you could still sell them at like 50K. Yes, thank you, Dion. Like, sports betting is already highly predatory. That's already the new casino. You're so right. There is a rise in like gambling addictions in this country. People don't need a fucking casino. And again, I think that with them being in entertainment, Beyonce could have easily also opened, I told you guys, I think if she was going to do a hair care line, hey, what's up, QWERTY? She could have done a hair care line specifically for Black women who dye their hair blonde, because there's a lot of Black women who like do blonde hair. Or she could have sold blonde wigs, or she could have created like a costume house, like a costume company. And let me tell you, if she does any of these things, I'm suing for my motherfucking money. But she could have easily been like, you know what, like my mom makes like, you know, or we do like great tour costumes. Like, all of like these people are so fucking dumb. And they deserve what they get, because they are such bootlickers. Like, Beyonce gets out there on tour and like advertises like all these fashion houses. And it's like, again, as long as like your mom's been making costumes for you, y'all could have been did a hair care line. Y'all could have been did a wig line. And again, because you are blonde, it should have been specifically for blonde hair. And again, girls who are natural and blonde. And she could have been like, you know what, all of my tour outfits and like all of like my dancers like tour outfits, all of our costumes are like made in house. Like we have a costume production company, you know what I mean, or a costume design company. That's what she could have did. It could have been blonde wigs because Beyonce is known for like blonde hair, blonde wigs. That's what I'm saying. She could have sold specifically blonde wigs, or she could have like specifically sold hair care products to maintain blonde hair, because being natural is one thing and then bleaching natural hair is another thing. These are things that she could have done. Or again, she could have been like, you know what, again, instead of advertising all these designers, we do the costumes like in-house. Like if that means that like every time a dancer goes on tour, like they truly do have like a sacred piece of like clothing, because it is made like from the Beyonce production costume production studio. She could have opened up her own like dance studio, you know, her own dance school or something, like her own performing arts school. They could have done again their own like Jay-Z could have done like his own film production company. They could have opened up their own music recording studio. Like they had so many good ideas available to them. And you know, another thing that they could have done, again, Beyonce is always doing like the different like tour props and like the tour production. They could have opened up like a tour production studio. Like there was so many things that they could have done that were better ideas than like fragrance and hair care products. The hair care product market, especially with celebrities, is saturated. Candace Owens, I mean, she's controlled opposition, but she's doing a good job at like what she's doing. She's been exposing a lot of weird shit. So like, shout out to Candace, but I know who I'm dealing with. Right. They don't use their talents correctly. They do like the dumbest shit. They do a lot of stupid stuff. And this is why they deserve to fall, because they have too much money, too much access. Like, you know, again, wanting to sell liquor after your husband already did Douce. And then they want to have Megan sell liquor. But you know what? Let's talk about the deeper thing, the deeper thing that's going on here. The deeper thing is that because they are Black celebrities, they're only allowed to do certain things. You know what I mean? They're only allowed to have certain businesses. They're only allowed to like sell certain things because their elite overlords don't want them pushing actual healthy stuff. That's why all Black celebrities do what? Sell liquor. Sell liquor. This is why so many of them like, you know, open a restaurant. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, do a hair care brand, sell perfume, sell liquor, like do makeup. Like they're only allowed to do like the little childish things because their overlords don't want to be overthrown. Their overlords don't want them getting too famous or too rich or too powerful, really too powerful and too rich, and really overthrow them. And so they can only operate in the confines of the game that their overlords allow. And that's when you know that you're a real puppet. This isn't a do-rag. Right. They're not allowed to open up grocery stores, farmers markets, you know, farms. Like Beyonce is talking about like how Beyonce is talking about how, right, a performing arts school, that would have been lit. She's talking about like, oh, I have like my honeybees. Like, you don't sell your honey. You don't sell your honey products. And the truth is, we don't need any more fucking honey in the world. Like, there's already like a shit ton of honey brands. Like, be creative. You know what I mean? Like, be creative. She could have, what are you talking about? Indians don't own all the grocery stores. Like, some of y'all need to get up out of here. Right, everyone's trying to do beauty. Everyone's doing clothes. Like, we have enough fast fashion. We have enough athleisure. We have enough beauty products. Like, the beauty market is extremely oversaturated. I just want something different. Like, I just want something different. I want something original and unique. Can I have a moderator help me out? They're a troll. Thank you. They're here to distract the chat, but you know, there's so many other like interesting things that they could have done, but they result to like these low level, like stupid niggatry ideas, Right. They can't like really help anyone. Shit, Beyonce could have really did her thing if she would have opened up like again like a legit black owned like chain of beauty supply stores. Thank you, because they were up in here trolling too. Hey, what's up, Alexandra? Yeah, that's something else that they could have done. I mean, so many things, so many things. But they have to like again operate in the confines of like puppetry, and that's why they deserve, you know, what they get. This still feels really hot. So that's what they deserve, what they get. Affordable housing, anything. I said tiny homes earlier, but they want to like do again like, oh, liquor and fucking candles and just stupidity. So they deserve what they get. I knew the casino wasn't going to work. And then Beyonce is like, oh no, Jay-Z is like, oh yeah, you can meet Beyonce. Like nobody gives a fuck about meeting Beyonce. Like he's such a fucking weirdo. Like he uses his wife as such a puppet, and because of him, she'll never be able to rest and retire. And the best bet that they have is you know, working Blue Ivy to death, because Beyonce is getting older. And when you've been dancing that hard and touring all your life, you know, it really ages your body. And naturally, she's a mom of 3. She's been working again all her life. Like her body is naturally getting older. So, like, you know what I mean? Like, why? Thank you, Dion, because I was just about to ask for a moderator. So it's like, she can't take, I need a moderator. Somebody, please. Thank you. So she's not going to be able to, like, perform. Like, she's just not. She's just not. So that's why they're forcing Blue Ivy to perform. That's why they're forcing, you know, Blue Ivy to get on stage and like learn dance routines, even though she's not naturally talented in dance. She's not naturally good. She's not naturally good at, but I don't see you all the time, AJ. Like, I want to make you a moderator, but I don't, like, my moderators who are here, like Dion is here every live. So he can moderate every live. So I need you to be around more often. We can talk about it on Instagram. Just let me know. But yeah, like, yeah, no shade. I love moderators. Like, I need you guys, but I need people who are like active. This is my first live. Okay, welcome. I'm happy to have you here. Yeah, but they signed the Baileys to shelf them. Blue Ivy, I know she can't sing. She can't sing. She can't dance. I think Black people, you know, honestly, our best bet is to just like go somewhere else. We might need to like move back to the Caribbean, because Africa isn't the way to go, because many of us are not even from Africa, and Africa is already like being like ravaged and like pillaged by white people like Elon and Bill Gates and France and like all this other shit. So yeah, but I definitely just feel like, no, you're good. You're allowed to like listen, but you're always here. And like Dion is like on his job, so it just is what it is. But let me tell you, when it comes to like these Carters, their daughter has, I don't think she has really any talent. You know, I heard that like she can write music, and that may be good for her. Let's see her write some hits before we decide that. But with these people, everything is such smoke and mirrors. Like, that's true. Asians, Arabs, like Europeans, Africa is being like torn apart. So what's the point of like going to Africa? Like, again, we're not from there. Many of us are not from there. Like, they want you to believe that you are from Africa when many of us are just not from there. You know what I mean? So many of us are indigenous to America. The whole thing about like we're all from Africa is a lie. It's not true. And Africa like has so many issues and problems. Because we're not from there. That's why we're being treated bad. So with Beyonce and Jay-Z, I feel like, you know, they're going to continue to pimp their daughter, the oldest one, because they need her. And that's not the motherland. Thank you, KK. But that's what I'm saying. Like, people are like, oh, it's not. Like, stop claiming that place as your home. Like, it's not your home. For many of you, it's not your home. Like, they want you to believe that. But like African culture, African tradition, that's not, thank you, Reynaldo. That's not like your home. You're not from there. Many of you are indigenous to America. And Black people need to learn that. And they call you Negro because you come from Negro land. Hey, what's up, Imran? You come from Negro land. But many of us like are just not like, we're not like them, which is why like Black people try to say like, oh, you know, they want us and like Africans to be. A lot of times like African Americans or like American Black people and Africans may not get along because they're not our tribe. We don't come from those people. That's what I'm saying, AJ, because you're not from there. Hey, what's up? Good morning, Eric. That's why you don't have any connection to Africa, because you were indigenous to America. That's what I'm telling you. I want Black people to stop that because, you know, again, they have us called African Americans to confuse you, to make you believe that you come from Africa. No, you are Native American. That's what you are. You've been here. You are indigenous to America. You are not African. You don't know those people and they're not your tribe. And that's why y'all don't get along, because you're not like them. You're of different DNA. You don't know their language. After all these generations, we don't know their language. We don't know anything about their culture because we are not like those people. And I really need that rhetoric to stop and die, because it's very misleading and it's left a lot of us very ignorant. I need a moderator. We are indigenous to America. You're here to disrupt my chat, but we are. We are. Right. Can I have a moderator, please? Thank you. That was a bot. That's not even a real person. Again, when I'm speaking the truth, they send a bot in. So with these two, Beyonce and Jay-Z, they're going to be using their daughter even more. They're going to give her music, give her the best writers, give her the best producers. And I don't think it's going to work, though. I've always said that. I don't think it's going to work. I don't think that Blue Ivy is going to be a mega celebrity. I just don't. She doesn't even have that energy. She can't dance. And I know she can't sing. It doesn't matter, KK, because I know the truth. And the more you study your history, is the more you will know the truth, and the less you will care about who looks like who. Doesn't matter. Okay, so yeah, I don't see Blue Ivy being a massive singer and all this other kind of stuff. I just don't. Her parents are having money troubles. They might try to like put her on the host roll and make her sell some cooch if they haven't already, because, you know, I definitely think that some of the outfits that she's worn and all the heavy makeup, lend itself to the idea that they're already like advertising her. And I told you guys that I definitely see plastic surgery in her future. People on TikTok don't want to hear the truth because, you know, it's painful for them to hear. But if Beyonce would have plastic surgery, then I definitely think Blue Ivy will have some too, to, you know, Eurofy her face to make her look more European. I definitely see her bleaching like her mother in the near future. I'm sure her hair will get lighter. And, you know, they'll do the Beyonce thing all over again. And I told you guys, I wouldn't be surprised. Hey, what's up, Maxwell? I wouldn't be surprised if she pops out the blue and, you know, being able to sing. And if she's able to sing, probably something in tourism. But if we see her able to sing, it'll be because they stole someone else's voice. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, stay woke. Hey, Maxwell, I'm good. Life is good. God is good. The Carters are puppets. They're puppets. This is, hey, what's up, Lexi? Good to see you. The Carters are puppets. That's why, like, it's not just them, though. It's like all Black celebrities. Like, right, Beyonce had like a million different skin tones, a lot of different noses. Like, a lot of times I think she's had a lot of different, just hers. Like, I definitely feel like there's about 3 to 5 different Beyoncés that they pull out depending on the agenda that they need to carry out. Like, sometimes she'll be more tan, sometimes she'll be super light. Like, they do this to like mind trick you and to like push agendas. Now, oh yeah, Maxwell, this is like some Chinese herbal tea. It's a custom blend. God is good. So when it comes to Black celebrities, we see a lot of Black celebrities. We see a lot of no, Beyonce is European, if you want to be real. She's like Creole European woman, like low-key in blackface. But a lot of Black celebrities, their children don't, thank you, because I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it started off okay, Micah, and then he just kept asking like more weird questions. But when it comes to like, you know, Black celebrities, many of them, their kids aren't doing shit. Their kids are not doing shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of their kids aren't even Nepo babies. They do nothing but like ruin their lives. Like, we see this with like Deion Sanders. We see this with like Diddy. Thank you. I was gonna say Deion Sanders. Like, his daughter isn't doing shit with her life. She had a baby with Jacquez, like a baby out of wedlock. Like, what an idiot. And like now she's always like fighting online with him. It's like, that is so stupid. So yeah, like Deandra Sanders, she's wasting her life. When she could be like beautiful and like rich, young, and traveling, but she's like a baby mama to some like loser's fucking kid. And then who else? Diddy, yeah, all his kids ain't doing shit. Justin went to college only to like come out and do nothing. Hi, welcome from Uganda. I'm from America, or welcome from America. Hello. Justin got a degree only to go get a DUI at like 30 years old and like do nothing with his life. Christian Combs is doing nothing with his life. His daughters are talking about opening up some stupid ass like fucking clothing line. Like, the world doesn't need more fucking clothing. You know what I mean? And like, they're modeling. That's what they all do. They model. They all fucking model. Like, just like Joel Smith, like, he's clearly selling pussy to, you know, to become a model. Like, he's another one, not doing anything with his life. except being all feminized and modeling. Like his claim to fame is he comes from a famous family. He's light skinned, he has green eyes, and he models. He's not even a good model. He sucks at modeling. The kid has like no talent. Like, I'm sure they did steal it. They have like no talent. Because you have to have talent. It doesn't matter who you are. Like, there's plenty of Nepo babies in Hollywood who are actually good at acting. Like Angelina Jolie. Angelina Jolie, she's a Nepo baby. I mean, there's tons of them. There's tons of like white Nepo babies, and they make it because they're actually good actors, or they're actually good at singing. Like Sabrina Carpenter is a Nepo baby. She's actually good at like making this music. She's actually good. Doja Cat, Nepo baby, like she's actually good. And then there's like a lot of people who like never go far. Like Ozzy Osbourne's kids never went far because like they just didn't have any fucking talent. So you can be like the kid of whoever you want to be, like, but if you don't have any talent, it's like, fuck you. High key, Emma Roberts. High key. High key. But Emma Roberts is actually good. She's a good actress. Like, I'm not even here to like debate that. Like, it's non-negotiable. Like, Emma Roberts is a good actress. She does a great job every time I see her on screen. Denzel Washington's son, he's a pretty good actor. He's pretty good. But he's not getting... I would enjoy my motherfucking money. If I was a Nepo baby, I would enjoy my money. I wouldn't be like trying to like follow up behind my parents, especially in such a demonic industry. I would be like, I would open like a bakery or something, or open like a small cafe, like that was actually good. That's what I would do. Like I would be there every day. I would run it. I would be like baking and cooking and like, you know what I'm saying? Like I would have like a lit ass coffee shop, or like something, or I would own like a beauty supply store. Like I would own like everyday businesses that I could like go in and run. You know, like a herbal health and wealth business. Like I would just be doing something fucking normal. So I wouldn't be like trying to be famous and trying to be in the media. Like, bro, there's some real money that you can get out here. Like, again, like a costume business, like that's a good business. Again, especially for like the celebrities who need like tour outfits. Like, I would just like focus more in like my arts and my crafts. Or like, yeah, I love to cook. I love baking. Like, I would be doing stuff like that. You know, I wouldn't be like, I'd be investing in businesses, and I wouldn't be like trying to be famous. Right. Hey, what's up, Moses? I would, you talk about agriculture. Yeah, it's like farm, growing your own food, selling your own preserves, like a grocery store. Again, something like an everyday business. An everyday business. I would be doing something like that. I definitely wouldn't be like parading around on fucking TV. Y'all got a lot going on in here. A good actor is someone that's believable. You should put on a performance that like I can feel, that I can believe. Like, KK, I don't know like where you're getting at with some of these questions, because I just feel like we all know what makes a good actor. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. Okay, let's get into like Cardi B and Offset. We talked about the Carters long enough. Like they're falling, they're broke, and they do dirty business. They are very anti-black. They're boule, they're raccoons, and they're imposters, they're fraudsters, they're scammers, like they're not the smartest, they're puppets, like okay, we get it. You know, Beyonce is going to be working until the day she fucking dies because her husband is making really, really poor business decisions. And this is a telltale as to why you don't date your boss and why you don't let a man run your career. Because, you know, if you let a man, this is why you don't let a man run your finances all the way. I think it's great to have a man that's head of household and a man that can be a man. But Beyonce and Jay-Z are telltale signs of this is why you always have to have like your own money like put to the side. Even if he's a provider, you should be taking some of that money and stacking it up on the side because men don't think like we do. They will borrow money, they will gamble, they will do like um they will do like stupid shit with the money because that's just how men are. Like men are gamblers, they're risk takers, and you know what I'm saying? So like they will go do something risky that will negatively affect the household financially because they wanted to make more money. Whereas like if you didn't put any money on the side, y'all are going to be asked out. And if you built a career without a man, then you should not have let that man completely take over your career because um you will be you know, asked out. And be careful who you marry because if he, I don't care if he's a white collar dude, if he's a scammer and you know his whole job is like private equity stocks and trading and you know shorting stocks and venture capital and you know buying single family homes and like selling it back to people, like if he's just involved in like weird shady business, he's not going to be a good spouse. He's just not. Do you know what I'm saying? Like I had to learn that. If he's like a Jordan Belfort kind of dude, white collar crime, you know, just doing weird shit, he's not going to be a good spouse because he's a scammer. It takes a certain kind of person to be able to like scam people. And if he's able to scam people and do like little weird shit, I'm telling you, he's not going to be good to you. And Jay-Z is doing what? Like not being good to Beyonce. And she's not a good person either. It's very obvious. She is a thief and she's not a good person. Yeah, and like y'all always do that. Like we'll be talking about certain topics. This is why like I don't hang around a lot of people because it's not even just like in the chat. Before we move on to Cardi B, a lot of people that in my personal life do the same thing. Like they will like talk to me like just to pick my brain. Like they will talk to me and they'll ask me like a million questions, and that is very draining because we're trying to have a conversation, and like instead of bringing like their own ideas to the conversation, and it's like it's not a conversation, it's a lecture. It's like we're in class. Like people do that to me all the time. Like we'll be, you know, they'll call me, we'll hang out, and then it's nothing but them asking me questions the entire time. And it's just like I'm not here to like bleed out onto you. Like we're supposed to be here like talking and like having a conversation and stuff like that. And you've made it all about like what I think about something. And again, you're not adding to the conversation. I'm not trying to attack you, but I'm just trying to say like this is an experience that I have with people, and it makes me not want to be around people very much because I want to be around people who have something to bring to the conversation, who have something to like bring, you know what I'm saying, like to the table. And it's like if all you do is like ask me like endless questions, like we're talking about a specific thing right now, and like you're asking me questions about like a whole bunch of other shit in the middle of my show, and you're distracting me and you are making it about you because you want to pick my brain in the middle of my show. Do you see what I'm saying? Like that's not very fun. I just want to let you know because I'm not trying to attack you, but I'm just saying like be more self-aware because you've made my show about you and what you want me to answer for you. when I always tell you guys that you can like find me online and you can ask me these questions at another time, but you don't find me online. You wait till my show starts and then you like want to ask me like random questions about things that are not on topic. But anywho, Cardi B and Offset, I'm not listening to that album. I don't know why people, I said this, people are going to stream it to just hear it because they haven't heard music from her in so long. They're gonna stream it just to be like, what is she saying? You know, what thank you, kitten. Welcome in. But no, I had to like get them together because it's just like a real thing. It's like, bro, like, are we doing this morning? And sometimes people just need to be like told about themselves and like corrected. But I'm not listening to Cardi B's album. I need a moderator. I'm not listening to Cardi B's album. We're talking about her being pregnant. She waited, I knew, right. Hey, what's up, Miss Deja? Yeah, like asking me like all these stupid little questions. And like, but I really feel that way because that is a real thing that I do deal with in like real life with people like asking me out and you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not just men, it's like women too. They'll be like, hey, like you want to hang out? And like, it's nothing but like, so what do you think about this? So what do you think about this? So what do you think about this? And it's like, what is this? Like, that is so like awful. And like, I cut people like that off. Like people who always like need me to tell them like how I feel about things and like, what do I think about things? Like that really is my real life. But I don't know. I mean, I told you guys, people were going to listen to the album just to like see what it sounds like because it, you know, they haven't heard it and they haven't heard from her in so long. All of her little singles here and there haven't been good. They haven't stuck, you know what I'm saying? And so they just want to know like, that's true, Alexandra. Totally, totally monitoring spirit. So people want to know, like, okay, what does it sound like? Is it good? You know, is it trash? Is it good? Some people are saying that it's trash. Some people are saying that she's made no growth. Some people are saying that it's good. I mean, I've heard mixed reviews. Yes, but it doesn't matter because it doesn't matter if it's good or bad. They're going to give her fake numbers. They're going to give her bot streams. And here's the thing. She's falling further and further and further into debt. That's why she keeps having all these babies. Like people are dragging her because she keeps getting pregnant. Because that's how she's paying the debt. Sorry guys, my throat. Hey, what's up, Aiden's house? Yes, like I've been back on YouTube. I've been doing my thing for a minute now. God has been good. Shout out to you. Thank you. Replay gang. I love that for you. I really appreciate you. Also, if you're new here, welcome. I have memberships for like my really, really good content that YouTube will not push. My memberships are $3 and $5 a month. So yeah, memberships. If you want to watch exclusive things or you want to watch things where I can like really, really get into the weeds of something, because we can only go so deep like on certain videos because again, like YouTube doesn't push them. So the videos that YouTube didn't think were worth pushing, I just made them a part of the memberships so that people who really want them can have them. And I don't have to like just have them out there like doing nothing. Thank you, Kitten. I really appreciate that. Kitten Smitten, that's cute. So, yeah, like this project isn't good, but I know it's not good. It's Cardi B, but she's having like baby after baby after baby after baby because this is how she's paying her label debt. You guys got to stay woke. Cardi B is a favorite amongst the fashion people, and you know, the fashion people are very demonic. And this is how she keeps getting all these clothes and like all these, you know, just, you know what I'm saying? Like her fashion game is like tight. And that's because she's a puppet for them. The music industry isn't pumping any money into her because they don't have any money to pump into her. So with her having another baby with Stephon Diggs, this is obviously like some weird like sacrifice bullshit. Okay, because if you know anything about the industry, then you know that people have to give something to get something. And it's not always the child like being unalive, or later unalived or something like that. Sometimes like you have to give your kid to people who like, you know what I'm saying? Are you following what I'm saying? Like these people, like Hollywood operates under the protocols of Zion. And so this is why a lot of celebrities have like kids that become somebody else. I'm trying to like really talk in code. Like they were born one way and then all of a sudden they don't feel like that person that they were born as, and so they transform into someone else. Celebrities have that for a bad habit. Their children typically become somebody else because the God that they worship is a mixture of things. Like the goat, it's like boobs, a peen, and a goat, like all mixed together. And so, yeah, they worship that kind of entity. And so the best way to like worship that entity is to transform into that entity where you might just have a peen and some boobs. Do you see what I'm saying? Right. So that's what I'm telling you. And so that's a way that you can offer up your kid. And another way that you could do that is literally just sell them. Because the industry is full of, again, old, outdated PDF files. And so, but they have a thing for like new software, right? And so there's money in like, oh, I will lease out or pimp out like my new software to this old, outdated like PDF file. That's what I'm saying. Because like with Northwest, why do you think Northwest is like dressed very adult for her age? You know what I'm saying? Like there's a reason why like Northwest dresses like really grown for her age. There's a reason why like Blue Ivy always has like a shit ton of makeup on. Like there's a reason why. There's a reason why. And they're always like looking grown and dressing grown and stuff like that. Because, can I get a moderator, please? They always like dress grown and like look grown. Thank you, Dion. Because they're like for sale. This is why like it's important for people in the industry, if they want their kids to, if they have any agenda with their kids, this is why they like make their kids famous. Because whether I was famous or not, I wouldn't like always post my kid online. Like there's a lot of like weird people online. But famous people are always like posting their kids, or like they give their kids like an Instagram account. You know what I'm saying? Like they're always like they give their kids fame. And they do that because they're advertising. Like, look at my kid. You know, look at my kid. And so that's what's going on, in my opinion, with Cardi B. This is why she keeps having children. Now, I don't know how this is going to work with her going on tour after giving birth. I don't think, hey, what's up? I don't think it's going to work. I think she will be rescheduling and pushing stuff back. Yes. Oh, that's you know what? That's a great topic. Jaden did become the creative director of Louboutin Men's, again, Nepo baby, but he's using his nepotism for the right thing. I'm glad that he's got like a real fashion job and not just like trying to make music, rap, act, model. Like he's already done some modeling, but I'm glad he got like a legit fashion job that will actually like be beneficial like for him and like other black people. It is because you know we're shut out of like creative spaces. Like when it comes to the fashion industry, they don't allow us in. And it's because we're happier being puppets that buy their shit than we are starting our own shit and hiring our own. Like the black celebrity is happy being a slave, is happy being a puppet. They love to you know, advertise and like rock all this different designer. Meanwhile, we can't get jobs with them. It was a big deal for Virgil to get that job with Louis Vuitton, and look at how they unalived him. He had to sacrifice to get that job. And then Pharrell got that job. And it's very obvious that Pharrell is like leasing out his pussy for that job. You see what I'm saying? Like they didn't want Kanye in the fashion industry. So he had to like start Yeezy and like do his own thing. And he had to like start and fail several times. Okay, the AC is still on. Let me get up and turn it off. Okay, I'm back. Because the AC, no, it gets cold in this office. I do not like AC like that. My feet like get super cold. Like, I hate the AC. So I'm happy for Jaden Smith. But you know, again, even with Jaden and Willow, like their parents clearly like handed them over to the industry, which is why we see Jaden like in a skirt and just being all feminized, and his sister is like all weird. Like they're raised in the industry. Industry kids are weird. So I say all that to say, that's what I believe is going on with Cardi B. I believe that she's just giving her kids to the industry. And with Stefan is trying to like rise up levels, and that's why he's having like so many different kids. Like Stefan Diggs is allegedly gay. And I believe it. Like they got text messages and men that have come out. Hey, what's up, Nicholas? Men that have come out, like I believe that he is gay. I don't believe he really even likes women like that. But I believe, hey, what's up, AK? This will be up for replay, girl. I'm on the last topic. But I do believe that Stefan, yes, it's all true. I do believe that Stefan is using these women to have children because he's trying to rise. He's trying to like move up the pyramid. And so he needs women to help give him children because he needs offerings for the industry. Because if he's gay, then what's the point in him being with women? Like, you know what I'm saying? But he needs an offering. He needs several. And we're going to see more about that tonight in the movie Him. I have tickets for 7 o'clock. I'm very excited to go see it. Oh, I'm so excited. I love the movies. That's what I was saying. They all live to regret it. All of them. And Stefan has got like 3 or 4 kids being born this year. Like he's got like a bunch of people pregnant because he's like trying, he needs to give his DNA. He's an athlete too. They need DNA. This is why athletes like who are famous, they're known for having like a bunch of kids, like by a ton of different women. And it's because like they need their DNA. Like the industry, they're getting their athletes. Like they're some of the best of the best. They want the DNA. They need offerings and the DNA. Same thing with rappers like Future, Nick Cannon, Offset, like Diddy, the list goes on and on and on. Like they need DNA. That's what's really going on, like DNA harvesting and like child offerings. Stay woke. So no, I don't care about an album. She's getting a lot of promo and press. She's going further and further into debt. The babies are helping with the debt. Yeah. Yes, with like Drea and Jalen, like that fake ass relationship, like dry. And this is all a mess. But internet trolls and bots and just people who are stupid and like self-hating, like they will big her up and like promote this shit, but ultimately it's a whack ass project from a whack ass bitch. Like seriously, and the numbers are fake. The tour numbers will be fake, so it's just no point in like even really caring because it's all fake. They're not going to give you real numbers. They're not going to give you real anything. If they have to hire people to come out to her concert and like make it look like it did so great, they will do that. Like that's why she hasn't come out with an album for so long, because they spent so much money trying to make her pop the first time. And just like we saw with Will Smith himself, he had like AI people in the crowd, you know, because he really wasn't selling tickets. So it'll be the same with her. It'll be fake ticket sales. It'll be a fake crowd, a fake audience, fake press. Like it'll all just be fake. And that's the industry. It's all manufactured and fake. Like just like Young Thug exposed, Lizzo exposed, Nicki Minaj exposed. It's been exposed several times. And you know, people know this, which is why most new music isn't selling. There's only a few artists still moving music. Even Beyonce's numbers are fake. Drake's numbers, fake. Fake. Very fucking fake. It's not that they're not moving units, it's just that they're not moving as many units as they want you to believe. There's a lot of payola. There's a lot of, you know, bought promotion and like bought streams. Like there's a lot of stream farms and bots, and it's all fake. It's all a facade. The music industry is dead, which is why if you're still sacrificing and doing weird shit to like pop in the music business or to be a part of Hollywood in any kind of way, you're a clown. They're trying to replace artists with AI. And like they're not paying anything. People ain't buying anything. So if you have a body in the Tesla because you wanted fame, and if you are selling bussy because you want fame, and if you are giving away children because you want fame, you're a duck. And you deserve to be fooled by Hollywood because you don't have no damn common sense, and you damn sure don't have no self-esteem. Hey, what's up, Ken Roy? You're a fool. Okay, you guys, this is all I have. Enjoy the replay. Let me go ahead and like put it up. I appreciate you all being here. Have a lovely day. I will be back as soon as I can to review him. And I can't wait to review it because I have a feeling it's going to be a good movie. I hope they don't disappoint me. The promo looks good. The trailer looks good. So I hope that it's as good as it looks. But we'll talk about it after I see it. With that being said, happy Friday. Enjoy your day. Enjoy your weekend. I will see you again in a couple hours. And I appreciate your time and energy this morning. Bye.